I have heard voices in Parliament saying the president should be elected by parties. David, I respect that view of yours, but I don't share it. Tell your colleagues who are peddling that idea that they should be humble enough to understand why those of us who framed the Constitution said the president shall be elected by the people, and not only the people, but with 51%.
Yes, it is now clear that General OTAFIIRE is continuing to oppose the succession which is being planned by General Kaguta Museveni. We all know that among the people in government who have come out hard on the Muhoozi project is OTAFIIRE, the Minister of Internal Affairs. Although he is doing this with lots of knowledge, with lots of wisdoms, not coming out so hard, but if you are a wise man, you clearly see where he is heading. We all know there is a scheme which is on the table by General Kaguta Museveni trying to make General Muhoozi Kainerugaba the next president with all his ineptness. And the person who is on the forefront in government to come out and stop this is none other than General OTAFIIRE. Today, General OTAFIIRE came out to oppose the parliamentary system, which is aimed at making the parliamentarians pick the president for the people. We all know when we had just attained independence, this was the system which was in place. Right now, everybody in the country has a chance to pick his president. But there is a scheme which is being sold around Parliament so that the president is picked by Parliament. And today's episode, I've come to talk about why these people who are propagating the Muhoozi project are trying so hard to make the parliamentary system come back, what effects may have in our democracy, and most importantly, the certain materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube. Type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. For a very long time, there has been a discussion in public which very many people have talked about, including Norbert Mao, Mathias Impuga, among the amendments which they want to bring in Parliament so that we stop the presidential system so that Parliament can elect the president. For those who don't know, let me explain for you how the parliamentary system works. One, a parliamentary system works such that if you go in an election as a voter, you vote for a political party, not an individual. For example, NUP will be on the ballot not as individuals but as a political party. So if you go on the ballot paper, you will only see party symbols. For NRM, you will see the bus. For NUP, you will see an umbrella. And at the end of the day, all votes are counted so that every party takes the percentage within Parliament. So the party that takes the majority of Parliament also has a chance to elect its president. That's what it is they are fighting hard to bring. But before we oppose it or we propose it, we must know the spirit behind this. First of all, we all know that in the next cycle of an election, General Museveni is going to be an octogenarian, almost 82 years, which means he has lost more tenacity, he has lost power in terms of his body weakness, so he cannot move around as he used to do. This explains as to why even countrywide tours have reduced. That explains why even when he's giving speech, he used to give long speeches. These days, he gives speeches while even seated down. So, by bringing a parliamentary system, it will be more easier for him to attend the presidency, but also to bring his son Muhoozi Kainerugaba, because the only thing you have to fight is to install General Muhoozi Kainerugaba as the head of NRM. Okay, because we all know under a free and fair election with Muhoozi's ineptness, he cannot galvanize support across the country. It is the reason as to why General Museveni is fighting hard to sell his son to an extent of making him the commander defense force. Okay, I keep on telling people that General Museveni is nothing. General Muhoozi Kainerugaba is nothing without his father. He doesn't have any success of his own. I can tell you, he has never commanded any serious battle. I can give you soldiers who have commanded serious battles in the UPDF, but he has never commanded any serious battle. He has risen throughout the ranks so that he can be bestowed on different generals who have even better capabilities. Okay, so all this parliamentary system is aimed at entrenching General Muhoozi Kainerugaba presidency. So among the people who are coming out to oppose it include General Kainerugaba OTAFIIRE, and during a certain ceremony, General Kainerugaba OTAFIIRE said these statements. Here is the tape.
We fought for democracy, the right to choose my leader. And on this, I have heard voices in Parliament saying the president should be elected by parties. David, I respect that view of yours, but I don't share it. Tell your colleagues who are peddling that idea that they should be humble enough to understand why those of us who framed the Constitution said the president shall be elected by the people, and not only the people, but with 51% of the population. We were not stupid to insist that it should be 51%. Why are they humble enough to consult those of us who are there and say, why did you do this stupid thing? That was my belief. It's my belief. It will be my belief until the last post. Last post in the army means the bugle they blow when you are going down the grave.
That is General Kainerugaba OTAFIIRE. You clearly see that General Kainerugaba OTAFIIRE is on the forefront of fighting the Muhoozi project. Okay, you cannot tell me that General Muhoozi can become our president with all that ineptness. A person who cannot speak his local language in public, even if he's in his region, he cannot speak Runyankole for 1 hour, he cannot speak Luganda for 1 hour, he cannot speak Lusoga for 1 hour. You clearly see that he is so detached from reality. If you put General Muhoozi there and you tell him what is the price of sugar, he cannot tell you. Okay, I know General Museveni is one of the worst presidents we have ever had, an autocrat, but is far better than General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. That's the truth. In fact, fighting General Museveni to get General Muhoozi is like coming from a saucepan to fire, and you must continue as we are fighting General Museveni. You must also fight his scheme of putting his son at the helm of presidency. Okay, so these people are trying to bring the parliamentary system. It will make people not to elect their presidency. The president will be elected by the parliamentarians. Sometimes even people cannot elect their member of parliament because you end up electing the party. So the party is the one, okay, to give you members of parliament they deem fit. Okay, so the parliamentary system is being propagated to buttress General Museveni's autocratic regime, but also to facilitate his transition. That's why these people are coming out to fight it. That's why Ugandans must wake up to fight it. Okay, that's why Ugandans must wake up to fight it, because instead of even having a parliamentary system, we rather go back to federalism. Okay, where every region has its own mandate, because parliamentary system, normally in our settings, we will end up having parties which are connected with certain communities. So we rather have federalism or devolution instead of the parliamentary system. I'll make a separate videos on to explain for you what federalism means and what devolution means, and also try to give you the difference. Of course, that's my opinion. Do drop me your comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I implore you to subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Thank you.